I consume a lot of protein shakes, okay? And, I left my second shaker cup on display in the corner for like a month, and I forgot to wash it.
The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10 minutes. The option to override automatic detonation expires in T-minus 5 minutes.
I'm gonna get a bunch of epic shots of Jocko Mulk in this video, but I should mention, they are not a sponsor. I just used to buy a cheap Walmart brand until one day they randomly switched the formula to make it taste about as chalky as the streets of Gotham and Dark Knight Rises. Plus, honestly, Jocko Mulk's a good product, it's made in the US, and I like the podcast and the lifestyle they promote, so yeah, you know, you got me, caught red-handed. I honestly kind of like the product. Anyway, I consume a lot of protein shakes. We established that. And early in my shake-swigging blender goblin stage, I got a very peculiar idea, which may or may not have been spoiled in the title and thumbnail of an unspecified video of holistically anonymous origination. So I started saving each container once it'd been empty. Keep in mind, each container here lasts for about like a month-ish, so it's kind of weird thinking this much protein powder has passed through my body. But lo and behold, here's the evidence. In the storage closet, I kept getting spider webs in my mouth. Barely enough room for this meaty lobotomite by himself, let alone an inflated blockhead and his sea of protein containers. Also, every time I opened the door, this horse was here. So, I'm gonna emulate the horrors pressed into my occipital lobe through the magic of film. After the scrupulous and precise unloading of each container, the sheer amount of containers that were in my possession began to make themselves apparent when stacked directly side by side. Also at the bottom of the pile there was a handful of containers that were stepped on worse than a goth girl on a Discord admin, so I bashed them into shape real quick. I was able to get them all fixed except for just one little tiny stubborn one, unfortunately. With that mild annoyance out of the way, I present to you Mount Everest. From here, I had literally no idea exactly how I was going to construct this thing. So, just so I could optimize the layout as I went along, I did a dry run of the build without any adhesive. And I had just one less of the sturdy, wide Wally World brand containers than required for a base layer. So I switched over to the short, fat ones instead. Kind of like the formula for the movie Twins. Except this time the protein is evenly distributed. As I placed the DeVito containers, I noticed that yet again I was one container short. Except for the stubborn warp container from earlier. After some light coercion and gentle craftsmanship, I managed to pop the warp container back into shape. Lovingly. Some more test fitting ensued, and I decided, what the hell, why don't I just go for it? I had a big-ass Gorilla Glue thing laying around the house in case I ran out of hair gel. But later you'll see me switch to liquid cement and silicone, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Here's a montage of me squishing all this shit all together. Yeah, the video makes it look easy, but this is like 6 hours of work between drying times and test fitting, and it's not even interesting enough to make any content out of. So that was about as thought out as a teen pregnancy in a quarantine zone full of Quakers. Also, big thanks to my brother for allowing me to use his space for this project so that I A, had the space to make this damn thing, and B, could open a big ass sliding glass door so that I could let the silicone fumes out. At least for the most part, you know. Towards the end there, I can start to smell 5G signals, see DMT elves. That's not what this video is about. I won't get into it. Finally, the beast was complete. She was big and awkwardly shaped. But that didn't stop me from trying to lift her up the stairs. I imagine that is what life was like for the old guy from Monster House. Wait, not now, not now, not now. The damn thing didn't fit up the steps and I broke it. Looks like some of the pieces that used liquid cement cured around the center didn't allow it to dry completely. I patched it up real quick, of course, and behold. I did test this. I did sit on this before, but it's been a few days. Thank you very much for watching. I really genuinely hope that you enjoyed this, and I'm very open to criticism and suggestions, so please leave me a comment with one or both, and I will read it. Thank you again. Adios.